started, there are a few basic rules, so I'll go over them for now. The first
Thank you.
Bullshit. Okay, what she really meant to say was, this discussion we're going to have here today contains content about addiction, anger, betrayal, identity crisis, fear and trauma, sorrow, violence, self-hatred, and yes, of course, suicide. So buckle your seatbelts. And if at any time you need to leave, in all seriousness, there are 2 exits. The way that you came in, you can go that way to get out. Though it may be beneficial to your egos to stay here and be around people that truly care and put aside all that repression you have of your emotions. And if I can give you one tip to survive support group today, is to open yourselves up to what we're going to talk about, to the people that care. Are there any questions? All right. Let's get the support group on the road. actually have a birthday in the house. Bree!
It is Ray's birthday. We've gotten the honor to spend Ray's birthday for the past
10 years.
10 years. Ray has exhibited so much improvement since I first met her. I'm really, really quite proud of her.
Wait. Because, like, actually, like, the real question is, what the fuck is she still doing here, right? 10 years? Actually, don't. We have a gift for you, Rain. We made a movie for you to watch. Yeah. Yeah, let's watch it. We're gonna watch a movie.
Something inside of you tells you living isn't worth it anymore. You've seen so much you can't see it. The images of blood flood your mind. They pound you down, leaving you sinking into the ground. They tell you you're depressed, bipolar, anxious, schizophrenic, anorexic, lazy, ungrateful, selfish, obese, disabled, ugly, a bitch, a slut, a whore. You're doing too much. Actually, no, you're not doing enough, you lazy piece of shit. That's it, you're just a piece of shit. You get the picture. And naturally, you believe them. They make you hate yourself. They make you hate your neighbor next door. They make you hate things down to your core, and all this hate comes back to you. Nothing is right. Everything is wrong. There's nothing you can do to turn that frown upside down. Does it always feel like this? If so, I understand. Pop those pills. The truth is, life is suffering, so it's not selfish. Sometimes that may be the only way to make things better. How can that be, you ask? Well, maybe to understand, you must ask yourself, what if it were me? But the thing is, you would never be able to fully understand. But you do have the power to try. So my advice for you is to stop running around like goddamn chicken with his head cut off, and instead spend some time searching for your decapitated head. Find it, and find a way to stitch it back into your body. Then you can walk around with all your senses restored, and you'll be able to see yourself, and see what's in front of you, behind you, to the right, to the left, and above, and below. Come from? How did you get it? What happened to you? How do you feel about it?
just having a moment, and then you ruined it, as always. It's not about that. Every time we're this close to making a breakthrough, you go and stick it up.
Stick it up? Stick it up? Every fucking time I try something, it never works for you, or anyone in this fucking room. No matter what I do, it's never enough, and no one ever cares. And you're supposed to be the one that cares.
I do care. You don't accept you. You spend all your time. You are very brave and brave. There's something wrong with this. I didn't think I was meant for it to who they are. Or to who you are. Who are you? It's probably right.
I am Tessa, and the vibrant type people love me for me is mirrored by their hatred, a reflection of the depth of emotions I evoke. Have I lived too much outside of myself, losing sight of my true essence in the pursuit of external validation? While I may be extroverted and sometimes deemed annoying, I will celebrate my ability to connect with others and bring light into their lives. I will navigate the love to rain,
Lluvia. In the heart of a picturesque neighborhood, there stood a small bakery that beckoned to all who passed by. Among its regular visitors was me, Lluvia, a young woman with a sweet tooth as deep as my longing for something more. As I reflected on my addiction, I realized it wasn't just about the sweets themselves. There was something deeper, a void I tried to fill with sugar but never succeeded. It was a craving for excitement, for something to distract me from the emptiness I feel inside. La verdad es que soy adicta a la emoción, I admitted to myself. With the support of my loved ones and the wisdom passed on to me, I faced my demons head on. I acknowledged my addiction, confronted my fears, and embraced the opportunity for redemption that lay before me. And as I walked the path of transformation, I discovered the true sweetness of life, the freedom to choose, the courage to confront my innermost desires, and the joy of living authentically. With each step forward, I let go of the shadows that once held me captive, emerging into the light with a newfound sense of purpose and possibility.
I am no longer the light within the dark, I am the silence, engulfing those who deserve to be in the dark. I was once a human with a dream, but now I'm reality with a purpose. I am my actions. Your perception of my seriousness only amplifies my suffering and your suffering. This life wasn't my choice, nor was it my memories of what was stolen from me, but beneath my facade lies a wearied soul yearning for peace, forever.
in a world of giants, coming from the millionth anthill, right outside your front door, often stepped on without notice. I grapple daily with the torrent of intrusive thoughts, disgusting, incomprehensible, gory, yet strangely creative and unimaginable. These thoughts at times feel unbearable, shaping my everyday existence. I am cursed with an awareness of these thoughts, yet I am grateful for the depth of experience and creativity they afford me. I shall imagine my inner narrative as a vast, discordant orchestra where each instrument clamors for attention. The strings of doubt, the brass of fear, the percussion of uncertainty. My journey is about stepping onto the conductor's podium, baton in hand, and guiding this orchestra from a cacophony of intrusive thoughts to a symphony of self-acceptance and peace.
I am gray. I often wish it doesn't matter. The irony of it all is that the mask is often worn by the clash clown. The good friend, the healer, is the heaviest. Beneath the brigade of perpetual cheer is a soul yearning for recognition, for understanding,
Perhaps there is a spark, a faint calling to those who can truly see, to those who can recognize the weight behind the words, I'm okay. Maybe, just maybe, this is the moment for the unseen to be seen, for the silent plea of the weary to find an echo.
My name is Indigo, possessing the extraordinary ability to levitate above ground and transmute shapes and energies. I have transcended mere physicality. I became a silent guardian, navigating the realms between worlds to retrieve messages from the universe. Solitude of the night. I realized that my fear of connection stemmed from my refusal to embrace the depths of my own being, to confront the darkness that dwelled within me. Determined to overcome my fear, I delved into the depths of my soul, confronting my innermost demons.
Well, that support group. Thanks for coming.
Until next time, everybody. Thank you so much.
This was a lot, clearly. Chloe and I put literally our entire hearts and souls into this. And everything that you saw here is based off of personal experience. And we would never go to speak about things in this way if we didn't really understand the process of it all. So yeah, this is definitely some trauma-informed work, and Chloe and I relate on a lot of these. And there was definitely like a catalyst to this. A couple years ago, Chloe and I both lost some people to suicide generally around the same time. Do you want to speak?
Yeah, so my sophomore year, I lost my partner Kellen to suicide. And then 2 weeks later, Alex lost her friend. And then, you know, after that, like, with all our friends and stuff, like, it became more notable that it's something that's affected a lot of people, you know, like everybody. If it wasn't you, you know, it's someone you know, or your friend, or your friend's mom, you know, like it happens to everyone, and it's such a common thing. And so I think the biggest thing that Alex and I just realized after that happened was how important it was to be able to talk about it with other people who have also lost someone in that way. But not just about the grief, but just about everything else that is wrapped up into it, because it's more than just the death and the loss, you know, it's the mental health struggle that came before it, and it's our society and how our society leads people to want to take their own life when that shouldn't be the case. Everybody should have a right to life and a right to live and a right to joy and happiness and freedom. And so I started going to a support group shortly after I lost him, and for me, that was huge. It was so hard. It was so hard. I remember every time I would drive there, I would sit in my car beforehand, and I would just not want to go in, but I forced myself to go in because I knew that I needed to. And so when I would go in there, you know, I'd sit there just completely choked up the whole time. But there was something about being in that space, hearing other people's stories, and that really transformed and changed the way that I was able to process and to heal with the loss. And unfortunately, the reality is that it could be worse, right? And that's something I learned too, being in that support group, is that there's way worse, and like the depths, you know, of the good and the bad that we have in this life. So it's just really important to always, like, you know, remember and put that into perspective, that like you're not alone, and there are other people who are suffering and dealing with really heavy stuff, and that they're making it work, and they're finding reasons to live, and they're continuing to live. And so, you know, you gotta be able to find it within yourself to keep going and to continue on and to not let their memory die and everything, the people that they were, you know. So yeah, and then
Yeah, just to thank you for being here, for bracing yourselves, and for opening your hearts and minds and souls to this work. It's definitely really hard to digest, but we also wanted it to be presented in a way that was like laughable and euphemized, right? So like things like that, you know, so you can understand, but also have the joy within it all. And one thing that Blake taught me is that, which is my friend who committed, he taught me that there's going to be things that we always had really deep talks. And he was always one to say, like, life just, it is what it is. Like, he was very much like a type of person. And I always understood that, but it isn't until after his death, that I really understood that. So, yeah, I just really want to say thank you for bracing yourselves, and that this is really important to us. So.
And then the last thing that I wanted to say is the other intention behind the show was also to get rid of some of the stigmas around mental health and suicide, but also just about life in general, you know, because there's so many things that we just don't talk about and that aren't brought up that everybody experiences individually and goes through, and it is really painful and it is really ugly, and there's so many things that we're told is shameful, or especially, you know, I think about women, and like growing up, I grew up in a really conservative area and it was very sexist, and so I just always like felt like I needed to censor my body and I needed to censor like my voice and yeah, pretty much everything, and so, and there were things that I would do that I would, you know, feel shameful about, but, and so many of us hold on to that shame and that guilt, and Alex and I have found that, like, we've been able to be open enough with each other to talk about these things and realize that, hey, that happens to me too. And to be able to find that solace in somebody else, to know that, like, you're not crazy and, you know, there's other things, is just, it's huge. It's absolutely huge, and it's allowed us to, I think, to just be more open with ourselves, accept ourselves, and to accept others, and to just realize that we are all here, like, on the same planet, in the same boat, and so treat yourself, the golden rule, you know, all the basics, you know, all the cliches, they're all true, so I guess we just wanted to bring it to the forefront in a visceral way, in hopes that it would help, you know, share narratives and allow people to find, you know, connection and hope and love and beauty amidst all the darkness and the chaos and the violence and the ugliness, because, you know, I have hope that it's not always going to be there, but for right now it is, and that's where we've come from as a species, so yeah, but, you know, there is always light and there are always ways to get through even the darkest of experiences, so yeah.